Hello everyone, welcome to Archo again. I hope you are all doing well. Today's story comes from Canada, shared by a viewer named Amok. It is a terrifying true incident, involving innocent victims. If you want, you can share your own true horror experiences with us at archo.story@gmail.com. Let's dive straight into the chilling event. It was a crisp, autumn morning in Canada. The Carter family, Mark, his wife Emily, their son Liam, and daughter Sophie, had recently moved to a quiet, small town surrounded by dense forests. Life in the new town was slow, peaceful, and almost too perfect. But as Mark looked at the looming tree line outside their new home, he felt an urge to explore, to immerse the family in the raw beauty of nature. "I read about an old national park nearby," Mark said over breakfast. "It's huge, mostly untouched. I thought we could spend the day there. It'll be an adventure." Emily hesitated. "It's so close to Halloween." "I don't know, Mark. The forest can be unpredictable. But think about it, Em. Fresh air, trees, maybe a small hike. The kids will love it," Mark insisted, his eyes sparkling with excitement. Liam and Sophie cheered immediately, unable to resist the lure of an outdoor adventure. By mid-morning, they packed the car with sandwiches, a thermos of hot chocolate, and a small first aid kit. The road to the park twisted through rolling hills, the trees aflame with shades of orange, red, and gold. The family sang along to the radio, unaware that the serenity they were enjoying was about to be shattered. As they entered the park, a large wooden sign welcomed visitors. It read, "Welcome to Elder Grove National Park. Explore, but tread carefully. Respect the forest." Beneath the formal message, carved faintly in old wood, were words almost invisible, "Some paths are better left untaken." The Carters ignored the warning and parked near the main trailhead. The forest was alive with sound. Birds, squirrels, the occasional rustle in the underbrush. Liam immediately ran ahead, fascinated by the crunch of leaves beneath his boots. Sophie held Emily's hand tightly, hesitant to stray too far. The trail wound deeper into the woods, the air growing colder, the light dimmer as thick branches blocked out the sun. They passed a creek with crystal-clear water, a small waterfall cascading over smooth rocks. Emily took photos, marking the spot as memorable. After nearly an hour of walking, the trail opened up to a hidden pond, almost perfectly circular, surrounded by gnarled trees and thick undergrowth. Its surface was unnaturally still, reflecting the twisted branches above like a black mirror. "This is beautiful," Emily said softly, kneeling to let Sophie peer into the water. Liam, drawn by curiosity, edged closer to the pond's slippery, moss-covered banks. "Stay back, Liam," Mark warned. "Don't get too close." But curiosity often overpowers caution. Liam leaned forward to see his reflection, the icy water sending shivers down his spine. His foot slipped. Before anyone could react, he fell with a splash, the cold water swallowing him almost instantly. Emily screamed, lunging to grab him, but the pond seemed to pull him further away with a force she could not explain. Mark jumped in, heart pounding, hands grasping at the dark water. But no matter how hard he tried, Liam seemed to vanish into the depths. Only the ripples remained, spreading outward, mocking their panic. Sophie clung to Emily, crying, while the parents' shouts echoed through the silent forest. Hours, or maybe minutes, time distorted in the fog of panic, passed as they tried desperately to rescue their son. Park rangers arrived eventually, alerted by hikers who had heard the screams. By then, the pond was still again, as if nothing had happened. Liam was gone. The Carters were devastated. Authorities searched the surrounding woods, dragged the pond, and used divers, but there was no trace of him. Days turned into weeks. Emily stopped leaving the house. Mark spent sleepless nights online, searching for anything, any clue, that could explain the pond's dark grip. Sophie, traumatized, often whispered about hearing Liam's voice calling from the forest at night, pleading for help. The locals told stories. They spoke in hushed tones about the Eldergrove Pond, a place cursed decades ago when a hermit lived alone in the park. The hermit was said to have performed strange rituals, leaving a lingering malevolent energy. Children and adults had disappeared over the years, always near the pond. Some visitors reported strange lights in the trees, whispers in the wind, shadows moving where no one should be. Mark and Emily refused to believe in curses or spirits. They clung to rational explanations, but every sound at night, the creaking of branches, the hoot of an owl, even the laughter of distant children, made them jump. Sophie refused to sleep alone, often hiding in her parents' room, trembling as she claimed she saw Liam at the window, his pale face and wide, silent eyes staring back at her. Months later, Mark returned to the park alone. He wanted answers, closure, anything. The pond was still there, perfectly calm, but something was different. The trees around it seemed darker, almost alive, leaning closer as if watching. He noticed small footprints in the mud, tiny, childlike, leading to the water's edge, then stopping abruptly. Mark called Emily, showing her the photos. She refused to look, screaming that it was too dangerous, too unnatural. Yet the evidence gnawed at him. Every night, he felt a cold breeze in their home, a whispering voice calling Liam's name. Sometimes, Sophie would wake in the middle of the night, staring at the dark corner of her room, saying, "He's here, he wants me to come." The forest had claimed more than Liam, it had claimed their peace, their sense of safety, and slowly, their sanity. Stories emerged of hikers who vanished, of strange lights in the trees, of voices that echoed through the night. Eldergrove National Park became infamous among locals, a place where even the bravest dared not wander alone. Years passed, but the pond remained, dark, silent, and patient. Emily and Mark moved away, trying to escape the shadow of Eldergrove, but nothing could erase the memory. Sophie, now older, still dreams of Liam, of his pale face emerging from the water, of the pond that refuses to let go. And on quiet nights, when the wind rustles the trees, and the moonlight reflects off hidden water, the townsfolk swear they can hear the faint splashing of a child's footsteps near Eldergrove Pond. A reminder that some places, no matter how beautiful, are not meant for human eyes, or human hearts. The story of the Carter family is one of Canada's most chilling local legends. A tale of curiosity, tragedy, and a forest that hides secrets deeper than anyone can imagine. For those who dare, remember, some paths are better left untaken.